Well, I'm leaving, but I quickly wanted to talk about investments in Ravencoin, how someone should or could invest in Ravencoin. And there are different ways to invest. The way that I'm addressing now is investing, like buying the coin and holding it. And this is actually very well, it's not an easy topic because I think that the best is if someone first time going into crypto, you start to make it slowly and just with a small amount of investment, and then you see how you react on the volatility of the market, how worried you are, and then you can rise the scale with time. Currently, the price of Ravencoin, in my opinion, it is very cheap, but you never know what's coming. And the current economic, the economic effects on the general crypto market is not good. So the war in Ukraine and the printing of too much dollars are having a significant effect on the cryptocurrencies and the crypto world. And usually, if Bitcoin goes down, most of them follow. So, and you have to see if you can live with this kind of this bigger ups and downs if you invest your money. And again, let's go back to history, to the ancient Greeks, and we can start by, for example, by Socrates, or better, Plato. Plato was the student of Socrates, and he started an academy. I think it was the Platonic Academy. It's called Platonic Academy in 870, or no 300, around 387, maybe 387 before Christ. And the academy was a center of education, and it was alive for 300 years almost. And all the people who've been wealthy in Athens or in Greece, they sent their kids to study there. And I assume that Plato was talking with these kids. They went on long walks, and he was talking to them about nature and how the universe works. He was probably talking about his idea, which is the Earth-centric universe, which means that which starts with this, that there is the Earth, and all the planets are around the Earth, and the Earth is not moving, and so he started to tell these kids about the universe. And this is something which we need, I think, in investment, especially in the crypto world, because people just jump in, and many don't have a plan. They have maybe an idea when they want to get out, and how, and what can they tolerate and what not, but nothing more. And I'm just handing you over a perspective now, and then you can decide if it's useful or not. So let's go back to the kids who are just walking in nature with Plato, and he's talking about the sun and how this goes around the Earth and the other 7 planets which they knew that time. And he opened actually a gateway to a huge time perspective for these kids. So broaden their time horizon. And I think in crypto investment, this is key to broaden your time horizon, because I don't know where are you from and I don't know what is your profession. If you are someone who is selling newspapers, daily papers, then you think in days. Okay, tomorrow the new newspapers are coming and I'm going to sell it, and you just think in one day. If you are a surgeon or an emergency doctor, then you think in half hours or maybe seconds in some cases. If you are a shoemaker, you think in seasons. Okay, for the winter, this is my new designed shoe and this is what I'm going to sell. And if you are, I don't know, let's say similar for clothes designers, or just this season, or maybe 1 or 2 more seasons in advance, you design your clothes. But in the crypto world, I think the best is if you try to broaden and your horizon as much as you can. And this is because it's similar to the stock market, how things happen. And usually on the stock market, the broker companies and the brokers are thinking in 1 year. And they think that, okay, in 1 year I have to have good results, so next year the more investors can join me. And I think in the crypto world, it's this kind of astronomical scale is highly good. It's a very good use. It gives you a more calm and relaxed view on all of the changes which are coming or which are happening. Because if you are thinking in decades or much more like lifetimes, then which might sound a bit scary right now, or generations. I'm not talking about thousands of years or millions of years, like Plato was talking with the kids, like, okay, in this million years, this is going to be happening, and this is how the planets are moving, and so. But if you think in generations, or in at least 5-10 years. In the crypto world, then you are on a safe place, I think, because the economy is changing so much and is going to this tokenized world where mainly decentralized blockchains are going to be the foundation of the companies, like in the previous video I explained. So you cannot escape this change. The calmer you can stay during the years, the better your results are going to be. And maybe you decide to go with Ethereum, or you go with the investments in Bitcoin. I think for me, Ravencoin is the right investment, and I think Bitcoin is going to do as well pretty good. And but it's your decision. I mean, I'm not giving any investment advice, but let's go back to this time scale. So if you are thinking in 5 or 10 years, or maybe generations, then actually you build up something for your kids, or for your retirement, or for a few generations. And if you keep yourself and in this field, you can build up a huge amount of wealth to the next generations, because this is a once in a lifetime chance. It's like a punch card. Every one of us gets a punch card in our life. This is what Warren Buffett says, and there are 20 punches, and you can use them up, but you just have 10 chances to make something significant, and this in investment field. And you have to be very careful when to punch and on which one to move. It's similar to a baseball game, and to the professional players who are there and they are waiting for the ball, and they hit just on the perfect ball, which can then make the home run. And this is your punch card. This is one punch. I think that the current generation should not pass. I mean this in the crypto world. But making your own research is a very good investment of your time, so you can be sure that you choose the right crypto and you choose the right scale, and maybe you build up your portfolio like monthly, a small amount, monthly 5% of your income, or just a few percent of your money which you don't need. And I think it's important not to be involved in a way that you invest all of your money or huge amount and then you worry and then it has a bad effect on your family relations or your liquidity and so on. So you just play it small, consistent, and if you do it consistently for, I don't know, a few years, and then you wait for a few more years or a decade or maybe 50 years, then you will be really wealthy with this strategy, I think. But this is my opinion. This is what I am doing, and I think that that the next generations will be wealthy from what I now put apart or invested in my in Ravencoin. And if you think like this, then you are much more calm. Yeah, you know, it can go 50% down or maybe 60 and then it will come back, or you even start doing things to help the system grow. Maybe you make your own node, so you can help in securing the system, because the more nodes are in the Ravencoin blockchain, the better, the faster it is, the more secure it is, and it's not a difficult thing to build up a node. It's maybe, I don't know, half hour. You can do it in a half hour if you use the right video to do it, and the right steps, and this is very easy. So yeah, so thinking in longer terms are the right way to go, I think. And those who will do this with these cryptocurrencies are going to be the ones who become the first multimillionaires or billionaires, because they could wait. They've been able to do something completely different, like investing and then going to surf or surfing for a few years, or just studying, and this is a side project and it's not so focused. Because if you put more and more attention into one thing, then time slows down. It's like when you are waiting for your girlfriend at the bus stop, and she's, oh, this is 2 minutes, and then she's not there. She should be already here, and then 10 minutes go, and then she calls, okay, 10 more minutes and I'm there. And then the waiting time is prolongs when you are focused on something so much. So I think thinking in long scale, long term, is the right way, and trying to do something else while you are waiting on the results, or just support the network somehow, participate in it, in the community, or start talking about projects with friends. And this is what I do. When I have time, I'm talking about this with my friends or those people whom I meet. And yeah, so that's it, and hope it was helpful. And if this happens, maybe you can start also planning what are you going to do with this wealth. Because as you see, the lottery winners, those who got this huge money very quickly, they are not prepared on what to do with it. And if someone is in the crypto world, things can go very rapidly up or very rapidly down. And if you are prepared not just on the long run how you invest, but on what you are going to do with the money, that's a good thing. And what I'm thinking is that the best is if you can use the money in the future as a gunpowder for projects, or for something which for a few projects which benefit the society, because it is amazing what happened in the last 100 years. So the kings of England 100 years ago were not being able to live in your standards, where you have a library in your iPhone, actually, an audio library, a translator, you can buy medicine like this for exactly your sickness, and your life's cycle or lifetime is much longer than 100 years ago, or maybe 200 years ago. So we are going in the right direction, I think. I'm very optimistic in this. And I think if you are prepared on what to do with the money, and if it is something which is ethical, gives to society, and it's beneficial for all of us, then we're gonna have a bright future. And these are the multimillionaires, I imagine, coming out of the Ravencoin investment field, who are thinking in the long run, who are thinking in how to make the world a better place, which are the projects or which are things you support, like education, women rights, or you name it, whatever you think could be improved. Yeah, that's the way. And if you have such dreams, then you will be like a magnet, and those people who can resonate with your idea are coming into your life. And I think it's a good foundation to start investing in Ravencoin, and just nourish this plant, and learn much more about Ravencoin. Maybe look around what you could start, and where could be used this blockchain system, and then we can celebrate once together, maybe how well we have done. And hope it was a bit helpful, and you could learn something out of my experiences, and maybe it will be profitable for you. And have a nice day. I have to go now. Ciao.